Today, my speech is not about changing you. It's not about, it might not change what you want to do in your daily life. It's not a life-changing experience maybe for you. But today, whatever I talk is based on my experience. Do you know why I am here today, right now? There's only one reason. Who can guess? It's because Allah has willed for this. If He was not here, if He hasn't allowed me to stay here or come here, something will come in between. If Allah has willed, nothing and nobody can come in between you and whatever you want to achieve. So first and foremost, one of the most important things in our life is to remember that He is the one who is doing everything for you. You have to ask from Him every day, every time. When I was a student, I'm now also a student, but then again, when I was a student, my colleagues will ask me, why are you praying today? Because there's no exam today. For them, when an exam comes, when it's tomorrow, they will start praying. But for us, it's our daily practice and we have to do it. So whatever you achieve, it is because you have asked for it, even maybe by heart or by your prayers. But remember one thing, He will test you. It's not that every time whatever you ask, you will get. Or maybe, yes, I want a beautiful girl, maybe. It might not happen. Or maybe I want to marry a beautiful girl or something like that. Yes, you have to pray for that. Whatever you want, you have to pray for that. But then again, the next day you might come across something, an accident. You might break your legs. You might not be able to walk. That is your test. He will test you somehow. So 2 days back, we had our Mahefung as usual. During that one of the Islamic scholar came. He was telling a story where one guy in Medina, he was having some few dirhams with him. Somebody asked to give it to him. Half of it he gives it to the person who asked. Somebody unknown, foreign. And again the same person comes back and asks, I need some more to go to some place. Then he gives the rest of the money. And the people next to him said, are you stupid? Giving this to somebody who just asks you? And he says, it's my own money, right? You don't worry about it. Then again he goes to mosque. A businessman, somebody calls from the corner and asks him, tells him that he wants to give him some sum of money to spend and to buy stuffs for him. His family, and when he goes back. Because he is a businessman, he has a lot of money and he wants to give it. He gives around 10 times more what he spent. And he goes to some other place and another Maldivian businessman gives him again the same amount, 10 times more. So he was tested and he got through the test. Suppose if he was delayed to go to mosque due to this person who is asking them for the money, the delay was because he was supposed to meet that person. What I'm trying to say is, most important thing in your life, in every successful person's life, is asking Him and trusting Him. And don't lose your hope, even though however much you are being tested. I'll tell you a story about me. So I got married when I was studying my MBBS. I got a kid. We were coming back, from... I studied in Ukraine, my MBBS. The Ukraine which we are fighting is going on the same area, the Lugansk. So I was coming back, we went, everything was okay. Then, because she was born, my daughter was born in Ukraine, she had her own birth certificate and everything. So we thought there won't be any problem. We even made the passport, Maldivian passport, and took it. And because we were having doubts whether to carry the passport or not, we kept it in the luggage. Because those who went 2 weeks back, those who got the children in Ukraine, they didn't need to have another outside passport. The birth certificate and travel document was enough. So we got check-in and go into immigration, and I got through. My wife was with the kid, and she was rejected. So we lost hope. I mean, already the luggage has checked in, and we were stupid enough to put the passport in the luggage. Otherwise, we could have taken it and then somehow done something. So it happened, and we had to stay for 2 weeks for the next flight to catch in Kiev. But when we lost hope, we didn't know what to do. And somehow somebody called us and asked, "Where are you?" So we told about the problem. Those are Muslims who has a community among us. So they told, "Okay, we'll arrange you everything. Go and stay this place." And the food and everything, it was almost tears, right? We packed everything. And I even paid for excess. I remember how much I paid for the excess luggage. Around $800, okay, for the excess luggage. Imagine how much it will be. I mean, it might not be much because I was traveling from a far away place. So fortunately we got back the money also because the excess was, we didn't have to pay the excess. And we stayed in a place where it was a good time. I mean, not good time, but everything went smoothly. And at the end, we spent half of the money we paid for the excess, and all the excess was posted even cheaper. I posted all the things, like post. So this is one experience we had. I mean, if somebody else might have okay, I can't do this, let's leave, or you take your life for such a thing, and that means you don't trust in what's to come to you. So you should believe in yourself. So when we started working, I started working here. It was a tough time because I studied from a foreign country. I had to go back to Bangladesh to do my internship. Again, I didn't do my internship. So after my internship, I came back. I thought to give a service to the community, I need to be studying a little bit more because I did my MBBS. So around 2 years, I worked in my island. So after 2 years, it was the next stage of my studies, which is MD degree. For that, I went to Nepal. It was a tough time in Nepal because their language is again different. Their culture is different. And mostly they are non-Muslims. And it was a tough time there. But I believed in myself. That is the second point for you. You believe in yourself and you trust in Allah. And everything which comes next will be good, and you will achieve all the success to come. Well, I wrote down some of the points which I might forget to tell you. Right, so then I think all of you, those who have met me before, would know that I am quite down to earth. I don't discriminate anyone from anybody. Some people might think because you are my friend, I am treating you like this. Some people might think because you have told to my sisters or somebody to see you. I'm talking in the voice of being a doctor. To see you. That's why I am being nice to you. but I am nice to everyone. I won't treat someone VIP or not a VIP differently. Even if someone asks to tie your shoes now, I will do it. If there is a case that you cannot do that, suppose you are having a difficulty in doing that. But the point, what I'm trying to say is, even if I have to wash something, suppose the plates which we used to eat, I wash it. I am a cooker, good cook. I mean, I cook, I can do home chores as well. What I'm trying to say is, be down to earth. Because you don't know tomorrow whom you will meet. Suppose I mistreat you. Tomorrow maybe I will be going to you to ask from something. Right? In a community like us, we are very small. Everyone knows everyone. Even it's much smaller because of the social media. I mean, everyone knows who is doing what almost. But the next important thing is, you shouldn't tell everything what you do to others. What you have in mind. Because in everywhere there is something called jealousy. It comes. So you have to focus on what you want to do. Then make a mind for it and pray for it. Once you start doing only, then you tell to the next person. Even whoever is closer to you. Because sometimes what happens is, I might from my heart think, oh my God, he has achieved this, he's gonna do this. Oh, I wish I can do that, but he cannot do it. Sometimes we, deep down our hearts, we think like that. That doesn't mean you are a bad guy, okay? That doesn't mean you are bad, but it happens. Because jealousy was the first thing which happened, one of the first things which happened on this earth. If you remember the stories, right? So jealousy, again, it was between a girl, yeah? Something related with a girl, and then jealousy made everything bad. And it was, again, a lesson for the humanity, right? So the next thing is, one of the very difficult thing for me, when you are very down to earth, when you are nice to everyone, it's difficult to say no. So it is important for yourself to grow yourself, to learn to say no. Even for me, it's so difficult. It's so difficult to say no. Sometimes you have to go around the bush and say that, something, and then at the end, yeah, okay, because you are asking so much, I will do this. At the end, you will end up saying, okay, I'll do this. You have to learn to say no. But that doesn't mean even your mother says, no, I'm not going to. Today I'm going to go home and say that, okay, Dr. Mohamed Ali said, I should say no. I will start saying no. Mama, when your mother says, come, no. Why are you saying that? Because Dr. Mohamed Ali told this in the lecture today, I'm going to start practicing. No, don't do that. There are important things, important times for you to learn to say no. Okay? So, and some things which we do, when someone does it, you might sometimes think, oh, I should have done that. I could have done that. Do you know why it happens? Because you don't give time for yourself. Sometimes it's good to switch off your mobile, your tablets, your TV, and just sit in the dark and think about it. Think about yourself, what you want to do. Think back what has happened in your life. And then think forward what you want to do. When I came after doing my MD, so I'll tell the next part of my life. After MD, the next issue was many people have simple doubts which they cannot clear during a consultation. So I thought, how would I overcome this? And people say that when they come from abroad, of course, it's a different scenario, but the people say that then when they come from abroad, they can message or they can just send a text and the doctors will reply. I don't know how that works, but then again, it's a simple idea I had in my mind. So I wanted to make it easier for everyone in Maldives. So I made up many things, including Viber communities, Facebook, then maybe TikTok a little bit, and that's a little later. So those are the ways I wanted to approach to people to tell, and so the people can approach me to ask simpler questions, which they sometimes forget during a consultation. It all came to me when I sat and just thought about what can be done to them in such a time of technology. So my prayer was, and still is, to become the best in the whole world. It is unexpected, not impossible, still possible, but that is my expectation. I'm not telling I'm the best in the whole Maldives. I want to achieve that first and to achieve my bigger dream. It will be bad if I don't say something about medicine before I finish my speech. Do you know what day is today? 21st of March. It's celebrated as World Down Syndrome Day. Why is it 21st? Because, yes, 21st chromosome has 3 pairs. That's why it's the 3rd month. 3 pairs. And why stockings? Because the stockings looks like chromosomes. Why stripes? Specifically striped. Because it again represents the chromosomes and it more represents the chromosomes. And different striped, it resembles the next chromosome is not identical. It's different. So today is World Down Syndrome Day, which all our kids know to wear different types of stockings, striped mostly, but we tend to forget to tell why it is the 21st, why it is the 3rd month, why it is the stockings, why it is striped. I think I'll conclude my speech. I hope you got something, a gist out of it, maybe a little bit. Thank you all. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk here. Thank you. There was nothing to question, right? You can ask me any question, you know. Consultation, there was, yes. Yeah, there is a question. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, what my experience. So yes. So the work of humanitarian work started when in 2019, in the early 2019, before the COVID. I started working with the International Aid Campaign and AHI Jamia, that is a local. Just one of them was my friend when we were studying in Ukraine in another state. So we just met for a brief period of time, and then I met him in the mosque for a few minutes, and then we talked about it. So initially, the idea was to help those in need in Maldives. Like there are families who want their help, I mean our help, like fundraising and those things. Then we wanted to make sure whoever we are helping are legit. So from medical point of view, I was the one who was evaluating that medical point of view. So that work carried on, and then I got the opportunity. The idea was to establish medical outreach programs in the whole Maldives, plus to the neighboring countries as well. Because the international aid campaign, that they have a good connection with international organizations, we can arrange it anywhere. So my first trip was to Bangladesh. It was to Rohingya camp in Bangladesh. I didn't know what to expect even when I went. And I didn't even know where I'm going, I mean, how they will be. So there were more than 1 million people in the same camp. That was in 2018. I think 2018 or 19. During that time, it was 1 million people. But those people who come to show, they have 4 or 5 or 6 children. So I don't know how much it has gone doubled or tripled or quadrupled. I don't know. So there are so many people, and they don't have jobs. They can't do work. They're just sitting, and they are made useless actually by the community. They can't come in contact with the Bangladesh community. So we helped to consult a lot of patients there, and it was bad. Most of them were having skin conditions rather than internal, and some of them are having diabetes, hypertension, and but the local organizations, they were trying very much to accommodate for the needs, but it was almost impossible to accommodate everyone. And it was sad, I mean, to let them go west as a community. Then there is a rule in Bangladesh. Are we going live? Still? Okay. There is if Rohingya community is helped, we should help the local community as well. I mean, we were not just initially. Also, our plan was to help the poor people in Bangladesh as well. So then, but the rule has to be followed. Otherwise, we cannot get the permissions and stuffs to go inside the camp. Then the next was Turkey. It was a bad experience initially. So on the first day, even I told IAC, we should do something to help them any way we can. Then they said they had a meeting among the in charges, and they couldn't decide whether to go or not to go, what will help, whether it will help if we go or not. Suddenly, in the morning of that day, that was a Thursday if I remember, he called, Iqbal is the head, he called and said, he messaged and said, "Doctor, we got a chance to go there." Then I was so excited, and I said, okay, what next? Then I checked my passport. Oh, it was 6 months. It was not there. Can you imagine? It was by 11 o'clock, the same day which I was supposed to leave. The passport didn't have 6 months. So by 2:30, let's say by 4 o'clock, I got my passport and the ticket for around 8:30 flight, and it was a hassle. I didn't know why I am going even. I didn't have any idea what I'm doing even. But one thing I want. I have to go. I want to go. That's all it matters. I didn't think about what others will think, what others will say. So we had to travel around 72 hours from the capital city, from Male to 48 hours. You say 48 hours from Male, capital city, to that area where the Gaziantep is called. That's the center of the earthquake. So when we went to that area, I didn't know what to expect, whether I can help them or not, whether what's our expectation there. It was sad. You have seen the videos and stuff. The saddest part is you can smell the dead body. I mean, I have seen dead bodies. That was not difficulty for me, but I haven't smelled dead bodies that much. So all over the area. It was smelling with dead bodies, and people are still sitting next to the houses and crying and praying. And when any dead body comes out, everyone will be shouting. There was so much of difficulties there. But initial days, it was hard. I don't know how to express. I mean, I didn't know what to expect even when they went. So it's difficult to tell, But the thing is for you also, even all the Maldivians, you have helped. They will be able to, in the coming few months, the donations collected will be utilized to establish permanent homes, because temporary homes will be by the Qatar. They have provided. So permanent homes will be built by us, inshallah. So you have helped even staying here. It's a lot of help from you. I mean, it's difficult to explain, I think during the time, what has gone through my mind, I don't know even. It's hard. Yeah.
Said it's difficult for you to stay home.
Yeah.
Does this mean like you said yes to us because?
Yes. No, actually, you have talked to me around maybe 3-4 months back. So I was expecting for this, I don't know why she hasn't. I mean, once she called and I missed the call. I called back and she missed the call. And then again, I thought, okay, I must have missed the opportunity to. Then again, she called, again missed the call, right? And again, I called back. Then she took the call. Then that's how it came up. So no, I wanted to come. Usually, it's very easy to say no in the text, but in person, it's so difficult. Yeah.
So it's inspiring your journey. For our students, could you please explain why it's important to sequence learning? Like you've done your MBBS in Ukraine, then you went to do your internship in Bangladesh, and it's a quite long journey, right?
Yeah.
Why is it important for us to stick with something and develop ourselves so that we may contribute to something?
Yeah. So at first, in the beginning, my only focus was to become a doctor. I wanted to become a doctor so much. I mean, initially I wanted to become a pilot. Then it was a different story. But then once I focused on on this, I wanted to become a doctor, and after that, I didn't know what I would be, like pediatrician or a surgeon. Even I was having a battle in my mind. What should I be? Then somehow, I don't know, one day it just clicked. I spent some time for myself and then just clicked. I wanted to become a physician. I think I can help the community more. It was a long journey. It was a difficult journey. Only thing focused was almost everybody else has achieved what they want. So why can't I? I will achieve this with whatever burden, whatever I have to go through. I will achieve this. So I'll tell you something about my internship. And so my MD in Nepal, since you asked this. So one day, I was taking the blood sample. We have to take our patient's blood sample, okay? Not the nurses. We take our own patient's blood sample. So I was taking blood sample from a very, very sick guy. We don't know what's the cause. It was just the second day of his admission. So usually we take the blood sample from here, the arterial sample from the arm. The venous sample we take from here. So arterial sample, it was an arterial sample we have to take. So I used his leg because he was very thin and low blood pressure, and I couldn't get the pulse from here. So I took a big needle and punctured, immediately got it, blood. Then somehow I put the cap on and I got pricked. Then the blood reports of the patients came as HIV positive. That was in the morning. We got the blood reports by afternoon. evening. So I thought, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? I was panicking deep down, but then in front it was okay. So there is 0.3% chance that you get infected. And he was very infectious. His CD4 count was very low, and he was very infectious. So I took antiretroviral medicine, which is post-exposure prophylaxis. We take 1 month of HIV medication. I took the HIV medication for 1 month. It was very bad. You have loose stools, abdominal pain, weight loss for the medication itself. But don't worry, I'm negative, okay? So that was a hard time. I thought this is the end of my career or something like that even. It was difficult. My family and my wife was with me that time. And it was very hard. She will give some soft things to eat even because I was having gastritis, so many difficulties. So yes, it is important once you focus on your aim, don't lose it. Don't give up. You will achieve it. Inshallah, you will achieve it. Whatever you focus on, you will achieve it. Okay? And I'll tell you another story from my childhood. I don't like running at all. I am a fat kid. I was a fat kid. I was very chubby. When my mother wanted to make me thinner, she put me in cadet. They will run, they keep you running. I will run maybe from here to there, and I will go like that and stop running. They think because I don't want to run. But during MBBS, I came to know I have asthma. That's why I can't run. So then I started my own treatment. Now I am able to run. I run 5 kilometers. I run 10 kilometers. So it was, this is different than my job maybe, but this was something I wanted. I wanted to run. I wanted to exercise, but then I couldn't because I diagnosed myself later on. So there are many obstacles during my journey. It's not only it's not simple, but now it's quite simple. In being in Maldives, you can do MBBS. MNU has the capacity to do it, and hopefully in the future we'll be able to get the specialization as well. And they are learning quite well. Even being at home, it will be more mentally also stable condition. And during MBBS, time to me. During MBBS, it was a cold country. You would know it's Russia. Near their temperature goes down to something like minus 25 sometimes, and they have internal heating system. And once, even for 1 week, everything went electricity, heating system. We used to burn coal inside the room in those things we sent from our parents. We used to keep it and then burn it to warm ourselves up. We didn't have water. 5 people will go to the toilet together and then wait at the end and then flush it. For 1 whole week, we were eating from Mustagbal, and they have ready-made roshi. It's called lavash. We were eating those things. So it was hard. It was not a simple journey. But we didn't let go. But 5 of us went there together, 5 Maldivians. But 3 of us are doctors now. Okay. Okay. All right. It is very, very fluctuating, my daily routine. In a usual day, I am supposed to exercise in the morning, but some days I miss. I am supposed to wake up early in the morning. I wake up in the early morning. Don't worry about the waking up. You will woken up. I have 2 alarm clocks, maybe 4, maybe 2 alarm clocks. Definitely, they will ring. They are walking alarm clocks. 3-year-old alarm clock, another is 4-year-old. They will wake you up. Anyway, unless they are very sick or they are not able to get up. So you wake up, you pray, and then I should be going to the gym, but some days I cannot. Some days I just go for the running in the morning. And then after that, I take my kid to school around 7 o'clock. I have 3 kids, by the way. I have a 13-year-old, 4-year-old, 3-year-old. 13-year-old is in Armenian school. So I take her around 7 o'clock to school. Then I will go to home. Every day I take breakfast before I go from home. 7:30 is my breakfast time with my wife. So at 8 I will be going to hospital. It's a usual day. From 8, then you don't know the timing, okay? Just it will be 4 o'clock. And by 4 o'clock I won't be able to finish most of the time. Then in between, so many things will happen at home. And she will only let me know if there is no other possibility to go. So I have to go on running. Even in between my OPDs, I have to cut short and then take a break and tell to the patients that I am going to pick up my kid and I have to go. So that's how the timing goes. So after that, that's the afternoon. Then my clinic time starts. 4:15 is so tiring, you know. I know many people want to show to me, but that's why I give information for you to not to show me. You can see that information in the Facebook. But then again, some of you come just to ask that information. I just want to say that you have told this information, I like it. Some of them, but I know it's difficult to see. I mean, it's difficult for me to see a lot of, that's why the queue goes up. I mean, most of the doctors' queue is quite big, but then again, for me, I want it to be lesser. That's why I'm giving out free information. You can see, just look at it and follow it. Some of them, one day, just recently, one day they came, and now I'm eating fruits very well. Some doctor in TikTok has asked about the fruits. I said, oh yeah, that's so nice. She didn't know that was me. It was funny, but yeah. So that's why. Then at night is for family. Night is for wife. Actually, family would have slept. So that's how that is. And whatever comes in between, I will adjust it. Suppose I will come here. When I say I will come, I will come. And if somebody asks to do immediately, even tonight also, somebody asks to go on live, even I'll go. There's a difference between me and some people. Yes, I'll tell you about the fear, screen fear. Oh, I never went into stage during my school time. Never. It's like the same style. I'll be like shaking. It will be all sweaty. Everything will be like from very bad to worse. So I never went. So one day, after coming, the Dr. Zeba, just took me somewhere and said, I'm going to the TM. I just went there and just froze and like that, and she just kept on talking, and then it finished. I wasn't there. That's how it started. That's how I started my journey of screen. Yeah, yeah. Even now, it just keeps on. I have to. Yeah, just calm down, and then I will stop it. Yeah, now we'll adjust time to almost all the requests which comes to me. I am able to do this because of my wife. Otherwise, I'll be just going everywhere and now and then and complaining. Then I will not do anything. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Do you know the even before that, the first comment will be to show off, right? Yeah, I think show off is there, but then again, it's not for show off. The main thing is, yeah, that was there. Then, and some of the colleagues even didn't like the content. That's why I usually used to say, these are my observations and my recommendations for you. It doesn't have to be always written in the book. I have read those things, and my recommendation, in my point of view, is this. Some of the TikToks will say that, and of course, the people, my colleagues will say that here comes the star, here comes this, like those things. I knew it will come. The comments will come saying like, I see lesser OPD patients, maybe I'm just a TV person. Those things will come. But I don't take those. I don't read the comments, I don't read the comments. Don't read the comments. I mean, read the comments if you are not the one who is presenting. And otherwise, don't read the comments. And the headlines which comes, oh my God. It's not what something you have told. During COVID, the headlines which come, suddenly some headline will come. Those are not what I usually say, They will take only half of what you said and make it very big. And most of us will read the headline. And our colleagues even were commenting. The worst comment was for the HPA video about DNA. The laugh which comes, I don't know if you remember correctly. It was actually not the laugh for that part. The HPA, the ones who did the video, during one of the talkings, I just laughed like that, and they purposely put that laugh in between. Then again, it reached a lot of people because of that media technique, but I got so many comments from my colleagues saying that somebody who wants to give information should not be laughing like this to people. And it was a time then I decided I will not be reading comments anyway, any time. Because it was not productive. It was not productive. Only people who stayed with were those in my department. I can say with confidence. Those in my department, they stood by me. There was a hope. That was why I was able to go forward. Yeah. Oh yes. So that I take feedback, from the patients who come. I mean, they will say that now I am not drinking coffee in the morning because of your video. I mean, they have learned. I mean, you have learned that those are the things which I say in my OPDs, That's why it's so fluent. I will be saying these things to everyone who comes to OPD. Don't drink coffee in the morning. No, it will have this. Everything will be there in all the OPDs. No. Drink coffee, but after something. Not alone. Yes, something. I take feedbacks from the patients. They will tell, Kurimati ka bunane go setches. Doctor, me tanega hori kame kamakunu de how directly they will say. And they know that I will take it positively even. I will not ask them to go from the room by saying something negative. And they'll come and say that doctor told about you from it's a bad event. Even they will tell those things. Gossiping also will be there. Are you living still? Yeah. This is bad, I think. Yeah, okay. No, I have told this as a post even. Yeah, I have told in a Facebook post even that they will gossip to me. It feels good to be here, okay, by the way. I feel like a venting session for me. Yeah. Yeah. So by far, yeah, it makes more sense. That makes more sense if you are not the one described in the article. Don't read once when you are described. Then you will go mad. Yeah. Yeah. Others will read the comments and tell me. I will not be reading because I will be taking some of them a little bit deeper and making it. I will be more crazy, I think, than now. Yeah. Is it? Oh, yeah. Few videos are there. I'm not able to make now, but I'm supposed to make some videos about medicine taking for Ramadan. I have even took medicines from STO. A lot of medicines are there. All the types of medicine I asked them and they gave me. I was supposed to make it. Is it? About that? Ramadan. Yeah. Even my friend has arranged the backdrop as well. I'm not able to make time. Are you still driving? Yeah. You're not live? No. Live. Now the flow is for not live questions. Yeah. Live can. Now you can ask not live questions. How is it? Anything?